Hello, greetings from Axanta Business Solutions. In this video tutorial, the following topics will be covered. In this video tutorial, we shall learn what are the customer related operations and their functions in Axanta Point of Sales. So this is the point of sale layout. Now for this example, we shall create a credit customer from the backend. So I will go to the backend. So this is the backend. So to create a customer, we'll click on this menu, click on this finance module. Now under common forms, we'll click on customers. So to create a new customer, we'll click on this create button. So here we'll enter the customer name, let's say Mr. Salim. Here you can enter all the other details like phone number, email, country and so on. As we know, this customer is a credit customer. So for that we need to go down in the invoicing, and here you need to mark this allow credit option as true, and you can also enter the credit limit for this customer. So let's say for this example, the credit limit for this customer is 500, and then you can click on save. To make a customer a credit customer, this setup needs to be done. Kindly note, if you create a customer from the POS, so that customer would not change into a credit customer. So to make that customer a credit customer, you need to do this setup from the backend only. Now we shall go back to the POS. So to reflect the changes that we have made in the backend, we need to import the data. So we click here and click on import cloud data, click on this customer job and click on run job, and it's done. We'll search for that customer that we created. So you click on this customer search option and enter Mr. Salim and click on enter. Here you can see all the information of the customer. Let's say the credit limit is 500 KD that we had just set in the backend, the balance and the reward points and so on. Now let's say Mr. Salim belongs to a company named ABC company, and he has come to your store with a purchase order with himself, and Mr. Salim wants that this PO should be there with this transaction, as to show that this transaction is related to this PO. So let's see how this can be achieved. First we'll click on this customer related button and then click on customer reference option. Here we'll enter the PO number that Mr. Salim has got. So for example, Mr. Salim has the PO number of 123. So we'll enter PO 123 and click on OK. Now we shall select the products or scan the products that Mr. Salim wants to purchase. So for this example, we will search for these products. So we'll click on this item search and we'll select a couple of products. We'll select this product and we'll select this product and this product. So these are the products that Mr. Salim wants to purchase. So now the total bill is of 36 KD. Now Mr. Salim says that he will pay 6 KD of amount in cash, and the remaining balance amount, that is 30 KD, he tells to enter it in his account as he is a credit customer. So let's see how we can do this. So we'll click on cash and here we'll enter 6 KD and we'll click on OK. And now as you can see, the balance amount is 30 KD. So for this we'll click on this customer related button and we'll click on this pay on account button, and here the balance would automatically come, that is 30 KD, and we'll click on OK, and the receipt will be printed and the transaction is completed. So now if we again search for this customer Mr. Salim, so here you can see in the balance amount is showing 30 KD. Now we shall see how the customer deposit option and customer statement is used in Axanta Point of Sales. So as we know, Mr. Salim has a balance amount of 30 KD. So let's say after some days Mr. Salim visits the store and says that he wants to pay 10 KD out of this balance amount. So in such case we will click on this customer related button and click on this customer deposit option. So here we will enter the amount that Mr. Salim is paying. So we will enter 10 and click on OK. Once you have clicked OK, this line would get displayed here on the screen. Now we will select the payment method. So if the customer wants to pay this 10 KD in cash, so we will select cash, and if he wants to pay this 10 KD by card, so we will select card. So in this case we will select cash and click on OK, and the receipt would be printed automatically. Similarly, the customer deposit operation can also be used in situations where the customer wants to give an advance amount for a particular sales order. Now we will see how to get the customer statement. So let's say you want to see the statement of Mr. Salim for the month of December. So let's see how we can achieve the same. So we will go to the customer related button and click on customer statement. Here we will select the date. So we will select 1st December to 30th December, and here in the customer search option we will click here and search for the customer for which we want to see the statement. So we'll enter Salim and click on select, and we will click on this get statement button. So this is the statement of Mr. Salim for the month of December. So here you can see opening balance. Then here is the transaction with PO 123 that we made of 36 KD, from which Mr. Salim paid this 6 KD in cash against this PO 123. So this is the payment of 10 KD which Mr. Salim did by using the customer deposit option. Similarly, you can also enter the PO number while making a payment to know that this payment is related to this PO by using the customer reference option as shown earlier. And here you can see the closing balance of Mr. Salim, which is 20 KD. So this is how you can use the customer deposit option and customer statement in Axanta Point of Sales. Now we shall see how the customer search and customer price history operations is used in Axanta Point of Sales. So there is an option of customer search in Axanta Point of Sales that helps you to search for the customers. So let's say you want to search for the customer Mr. Salim. So there are two ways to search for the customer. So the first way to search for the customer is by entering his name or mobile number here in the customer search bar. And the second way to search for the customer is by clicking on this customer related option and by clicking on this customer search button. So here you can enter the name or the mobile number of the customer that you want to search. So in this case we will enter the name of the customer. So we will enter Salim and click on enter, and now we will click on select. Once you have clicked on select, the details of Mr. Salim would get displayed here. Now let's say Mr. Salim has visited your store and he has purchased some of the products, and he says that last time the price of this product was different. So in such a situation you need to check the customer price history. So to check the history of this customer, you need to click on this customer related button and click on customer price history option. Here you will see a complete history of this customer Mr. Salim. You have option of quick filters also, like if you want to see this history by current year, by this month, by week, by today, yesterday, and so on. You can also manually enter the date to and from. Here you can see all the details, like what all products he has purchased, from which store, what was the source, the transaction date. Now the source is POS, but if you have an e-commerce website and the customer has purchased the product from the website, so here in the source it would get displayed. So as you can see, for all these fields there is a filter option. So using this filter option, you can search for the particular fields. So we'll close this. Now if you want to clear this customer from this screen, so you can click on this customer related button and click on customer clear. So once you have clicked on this button, the default customer would appear on the screen. So this is how customer search and customer price history operations are used in Axanta Point of Sales.